Good afternoon, everyone. Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. It is a gorgeous 96 for today. Gorgeous 96 Fahrenheit. My husband says that is not gorgeous, but to me it is. And it will be sweltering here in my studio. But I love it. I look out the windows and I see the blue skies and the mountains and oh, I just love it. The green on the trees and all the weeds, etc. It's life to me, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the smell of summer too. So I'm super excited. This is my last package that I had to complete, and it is done. All I need to do is a little flip through, and then everything is hitting the post tomorrow. That's exciting for me. I've been super busy. My car was in the repair. And my husband says that it's probably the worst car he's ever had to work on because everything in that car is a problem to work on. Nothing is simple. So anyway, he got the side that was in dire need of repair. He got that done yesterday. It took him all day because it's just that kind of a car. Everything's an issue. So it's back in the repair today for the rest of the maintenance, etc., etc. So I'm losing a day of packaging, cleaning up my car. So hopefully I can leave on Tuesday, but if not, it will be Wednesday. I have a few other things I need to take care of, but all the packages are now done. That's super exciting for me. So this little sweet pea, Minnie, this is Sweet Sarah. And she is ready to head home. She's a sweet pea mini made with those extra heavy cardstock index cards. And she measures 2.5 by 3. So she comes with her own little tassel because this is very special. She's traveling so far. She gets a tassel. It's very beautiful and it's all coordinated with this little mini. So she'll get her tassel. She also gets her own little paper pack with extra little pages. So these papers will slide in quite nicely. I had to take a few out because, well, it got a little chunky and my rings were not quite big enough. But she has some beautiful coordinated velvet. She has her little piece of trim. And then a little bit of gold, and then she's got her beautiful little bead. And I did a bead tutorial the other day with these beads, and I linked the beads that I thought I was getting in the description box of the last tutorial. These are the beads that came. I thought I had ordered full-size beads, so I don't know if it's kind of like a mess up on their behalf, but I love it. They're coordinated mostly with my larger beads that I had ordered. And so if you're looking for these, I've linked some beads in the description box of that tutorial, but these ones are not there because these weren't the ones that I had ordered. But I love them. I love them anyway. So that is the accessories that come with this little mini. Some of the pieces that I used on the front, I'm just going to show them. And these are the things that I will link in the description box. Somebody had mentioned to me that all of the frames were gone. So I found one site that still had a couple of sets available. These are such good quality frames. And they're actually meant for door pulls. They're meant for drawers, because they come with their own little securing devices. But I love them for this little mini. And then I also used this stamp, this wax seal, and I'll link that too in the description box. This is such a good seal. It stamps so pretty. Hopefully you can see all that. It stamps so pretty and in such detail. And it lifts off of the wax very, very nicely, so you don't see any jagged edges. And then I also used to color I used the patina Perfect Pearls, and then I also used, this is Pearl X. I used the pink gold, but that's not available, so I linked the rose gold. And I think they might be the same, but I'm not entirely sure. And then also there's this gold, and then this little brush that I use. And I don't know if this is just an eyeshadow or pigmented gold powder. There's nothing on it, so I'm not sure. But it sure is pretty. Just colors up so lovely. And then in here I just pulled off some of these from some of the textiles. You probably have that in your package too. And I just glued them in. I glue this on with E6000 glue because that holds it so nicely. So this is little Sarah. She's sweet Sarah. And I'm just going to zoom in a bit so it's easier for you to see her details. And I got permission to post this so the recipient will have a little flip through too before it ever arrives. So this is her. She is a seaside color with some beautiful napkins that just lay on top, that just give it a very aged look. And I love the way I painted her. So I've left a lot of pages uncovered with just a little bit of detail because it's usable that way. If you want to put little pictures in there, you can. So she is very sweet. She's very soft and kind of a bygone era. So she has her own little tie, and it's hand dyed, and it coordinates with the tassel. Sorry, she's got gold rings, and she's predominantly in gold finding. So generally, there's a lot of antique paper involved in this. All this here is very old ledger, and it's very thick ledger paper, and so when I emboss it, it embosses beautifully. There's her, oh yes, her beautiful dangles. I love these. They are just gorgeous. And then here's another one that I found sitting in my bin of Sheila beads. Somebody commented on my beads and said, oh, I'm holding out. Well, what happens is that I will undo strands and just put them in the big boxes where I make your strands from, and then I will take a few beads from every strand that I open up, and I've opened up hundreds, and I just take a few beads, maybe 3 beads from a strand, and I save them for myself. And when I have enough that coordinate to make a set of dangles, then that's what I do. And that's why, because they make a lot of strands of beads, they go onto a strand, but because it's just 1 or 2, it's not in the big collection of 10. It just looks like I save all the beads for myself, but I don't. I share them with you. I share just about everything with you. I love this. I love the way she painted up. And this is just an embossing folder with script, and then that's just some little stars. But I love the detail in how she's painted, and I did a tutorial on how I paint these, so you can do it too. Super, it's just time consuming. If you're making them for yourself, then you know it's good. But if you're making them as a commission, they take a little bit of time. I just love the way that looks. And then, as always, I just use a little bit of the Tim Holtz. This is the one I use. You already all know it. It's the one with the bugs. You see all that script there? That's what I use. Throw the bugs away. I don't like it. I don't think I would ever use them in a video. That's just me. Sorry, in a project. That's just me. I'm a little bit tired. I'm still tired. I've been up early. Whoops. I'm so glad you're all so understanding. And this is just trim. I cut that apart, and then I just piece it together. It looks like this. I just cut all that apart and then piece it together like I want it. There's lots of stamping in here with embossing powder. And I just use this. This is my favorite. It's the Glacier White, and it's my absolute favorite embossing powder. And I just love white embossing. I might have to change that though, because I want to do a gray Sweet Pea Mini. This is some really old lace. I got that in a snippet package from Georgianne Anderson. She blessed me with her odds and ends, she called it. And she made me this beautiful snippet package. And it's really hard for me to use it because they're all old pieces. And so I used a little bit there. Here's another page that turned out so pretty, and it's got the antique paper on it. I don't know if you can really see it, but the details in the painting is just beautiful. And there's another one that I pieced apart. See more, another piece of old lace. That's one of, I don't know if that's one of Lorna's stamps. I'm not entirely sure. I have so many of Lorna's stamps. I don't even remember which one's which anymore that I use, because I also use some that come from Amazon. That's one of my favorite stamps from Lorna. And it kind of looks a little sketchy, is because I had a little bit too much texture on my paper. Otherwise, they turn out just amazing. I like this page too. This is a piece of lace, and I created a little pocket there. And I just scrunched up a piece of sari ribbon and added a piece of gold. So, so pretty. I made her so chunky. She had to lose some pages. I like this too. I love it. I like the way that turned out. There's a little tuck spot up there. You can also hang something from that if you want. A little flip up. And here's another page that just turned out so well. And because of how I paint them, I have learned, make extra. Make extra while you're doing it, because, you know, chances are you're going to break one or two. Well, I do. I make extra. I love this napkin because of the way, I love the translucency of it. It just kind of looks like it's sitting there. Looks like a piece of art. And I can't say that very often about my own stuff. Oh, and this is the last page, and she's got this beautiful chiffon tie, and I just added a little bit of pearl at the top. This little mini reminds me of somebody that would have traveled on a ship way back and carried her little trinkets with her, and would have had a little book sitting with her to just put her special little mementos in. That's what this reminds me of. Well, this is it. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I don't think that I will be back on one more time, unless it is to say bon voyage. I'm heading north. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all for all of your support. It just means the world to us crafters on YouTube. Bye-bye.